Beautiful summer day in Eagan, Minnesota for guys like Lyle Thompson, Asher Knowlting on this loaded Cannons attack as they take on Chaos. Two teams desperate for a win. Clash in their final game in a couple weeks heading into the All-Star break. Now those guys are going to be shooting at the best goalie in the league historically, maybe the best player in the league, reigning MVP, Blaze Riorden.
Look, Blaze Riorden, to me, is the calming presence for the Chaos. They've struggled offensively. They're at the bottom of the league in goals per game. He needs to trigger transition, though. I think off those clean slaves, Blaze Riorden can get the ball out to their long poles like CJ Costabile and some of their short sticks to make this offense strike in their uncharacteristic ways.
Blaze is on the field with Chantel.
Blaze, you know how important this game is to get the team's first win of the season. You finally got bodies back in the last game. How do you build on that, and what has to happen today?
Yeah, just sticking to our game plan. We got every excuse in the book, but excuses don't win you games. And in order to make playoffs in this league, you got to win games. And we got to come out, play Chaos lacrosse, and stick to what we do. And it starts with this opening whistle, and we'll go from there.
From what you've seen on tape, you kind of get a sense of what this Cannons attack is like. How do you isolate and contain Lyle and Asher?
Yeah, it's not going to be done with one guy. You know, all six of us, including myself, 7, have to be on the same page. We have to put them in tough spots that they're uncomfortable and get the ball off the ground first time and limit their opportunities.
Thanks, good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Chantel. Blaze Riorden, reigning MVP of the PLL last year, leading Chaos to the championship. On the other side, it's a guy who led the league in saves entering the weekend, Nick Marrocco.
He's got the most saves in the league, but he's also seen the most rubber. This is a defense that has struggled off the ball. Finding seams from an opponent's perspective has not been a difficult challenge for teams playing the Cannons, and he's bailed them out.
This is Adam Sherrill-Lambetis. Pride of Rutgers, low lefty shot is saved by Riorden. Fresh off a run to the championship series with the NLL's Buffalo Bandits, like a lot of these guys on this roster. There's Dane Smith. Nice feed. There is Cloutier. Marrocco has the answer.
Really quick is Nick Marrocco, the left-handed goaltender. The great Lyle Thompson, one of the greatest to ever pick up a lacrosse stick.
He's on the Mount Rushmore. There is a fast shot, and Riorden with another stop.
Blaze knows Lyle. They played together at the University of Albany for multiple years. Limited touches as opposed to being on the field every single shift. It's tough. Because you're afraid to make mistakes. You know, you're afraid to make mistakes because you know the opponent.
Here comes Josh Byrne. Gets some space. The low shot is stopped by Marrocco. That's Jake Vaccaro, number 10. He is dangerous. Knowlting, sharp angle. Riorden has another stop.
He's so good on the pipes because he baits shooters. Like his body positioning is there's nothing near pipe for a shooter to see. And then sometimes he'll drop the stick low and you think you have an opening up top and he just gobbles it up with elite hand speed.
Kind of revolutionizing the position with that butterfly technique.
It's nuts. I mean, it's just the subtle movements. He makes these saves where like he'll move his knee like 2 inches on a 95-mile-an-hour shot. It's like, what are you doing? That's not fair.
Two of the busiest goaltenders in the league in the early going. Knowlting trying to get an inch of space against Jared Newman, one of the captains for Chaos. Reset on the shot clock, and Ryan Drenner takes advantage.
Watch the double deuce for the Cannons. He gets the rebound. Initial sweet save by Riorden, and he sneaks that near pipe. All tied up in Minnie. Ryan.
Cannons back to work offensively, just tied it up with Ryan Drenner's goal. That's a good save from Blaze Riorden on the shot by Adam Sherrill-Lambetis.
Is not on the field, hasn't been for a few plays. He's getting worked on, I'm told, a lower body injury. Nothing to be panicked about quite yet, but it's not a great situation at the moment, guys.
He's played both positions.
Blaze Riorden with another kick save.
But if you put Rafis down,
Vaccaro, 10v10 against Troy Ray. Riorden has been on fire in this first quarter.
Versatility. That goal actually Drenner scored as a midfielder. There's that extra depth when you don't lose Lyle Thompson at attack.
Bubba Fairman wasting no time. Riorden has the stop. 10th save for Big Blaze.
Edge back. What's it take to do that?
I think just making the scrappy plays. Our face-off guys are doing a great job of keeping the ball loose, and we're getting tough ground balls. So a couple extra possessions.
They turn it over 18 times a game.
Yep, most in the league.
Fracaro wound it up. Riorden gobbles that shot up.
That's what I was getting at earlier, right? When you're near the bottom of the league in turnovers, you're in the basement of ground balls.
Here's Kyle Jackson, who opened the scoring today. Gotta go. Cloutier right to the hole. Marrocco has the stop.
Yeah, that was a big-time stop by Marrocco.
Check out the progressive game flow.
Look at the hand speed by Marrocco, the patience, and then he just explodes to follow stick on stick. Like, that is a goalie who understands and trusts his technique.
10 to shoot for Cannons. Drenner already has 2 goals today. Riorden stops that one. Charlambitis couldn't put home the rebound. Here's Nolting. The rookie already has a goal today. Riorden turns that one aside. That's 14 saves for Big Blaze. Blaze Riorden has been mic'd up under the helmet. Let's listen in.
Hey, let's try, Troy, try to get the Drenner next time. Hey, Bones X! Hey, we're good. Hey, who's hot? Underneath. You're good. Sit. Sit. He's pointing this way. We're running off. Come on, man. He's pointing this way. He's a lefty. He's a lefty. He's a lefty. Sit. 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 Good. You're good. Sit. Drive. Is he not standing in the crease? Standing in the crease. It doesn't matter. He's in the crease.
Two things. He's always going to tell the ref how he feels, but also he's got to master the scout, and he does. When you listen to that sound, he is a traffic cop for one in terms of directing the defense, but he's also barking out tendencies. He's a lefty. He's a lefty. If he knows the scout as well as the defensive coordinator, Jamie Hanford, they got a good thing going on, and Blaze does. He knows the tendencies of all these shooters, their dominant hands, and he makes it easy for the defense in terms of where they want to flush the Cannons' offensive players and put them in a spot where they're weaker.
And he was talking to Dane Smith, too, who was trapped on defense. Last chance for the Cannons here with 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Charlambitis with 5. Right to the hole. Riorden stops it, flings it. He plays offense in the NLL. Tried to get himself a goal as the buzzer sounded. 20 to shoot for Cannons, hanging around. Fracaro, lefty shot on the run. That's easy for Blaze Riorden.
Athleticism on display is impressive. One more quick one for you as you get ready for training camp. I know you're training right here in Minneapolis at the moment. How's that working?
Good. It's going really good right now.
2021. But it's all what you put around him, right? Pieces to the puzzle, whether it's a quarterback or a goalie. That's your leader. You get nervous when there's a face-off violation because as a team, you can't have that face-off guy out for the next rep.
Riorden had one stop. Brian Drenner on the rebound. It's a hat trick for the former Towson Tiger.
And you wonder if he's at 100%. Charlambitis goes airborne. Riorden makes the stop. But the rebound allows Drenner to crash the boards and cash in. Blaze Riorden's one of the best goalies at not creating rebounds, but that's one situation that you have no choice.
Do you think there could be room for that in the sport of lacrosse?
No.
Goalie interference?
No, absolutely not. And the reason being, I think that goalie, Riorden with a nice stop. Those are the subtle moves I was telling you about Riorden when he makes the body save, right? The little knee movement, which is only sometimes, 10, 12 inches. The PLL rule with how the crease is interpreted.
Dane Smith fires. Good stop from Nick Marrocco. 4 goals for Ryan Drenner. We're tied for the first time since it was 1-1. Here comes CJ Costabile. That shot's turned aside by Nick Marrocco. Here's Rafis. He's been quiet today. 5 to shoot. Thompson rips, and Riorden has the answer. Jack Rowlett, look out. He scored once today. Frazier down low. Marrocco kicks it aside. So does Josh Byrne. Dane Smith just finished one off. The NLL MVP. That skip pass was knocked away. Cloutier scooped it up. Marrocco saved his shot. Here's Nolting. Behind the back. Riorden stands him up.
Nolting.
Rogers feet in front. Smith stuffed by Nick Marrocco. He's played a great second half.
And Nolting has created slides today. Those are the 2 guys I attack with.
Drenner has 4 goals. Riorden with his 20th save of the day.
That is a big-time stop by Blaze. Drenner got the matchup. Gets the space. He could have even taken another step or 2, to be honest with you. I think he was concerned right there. Slide might be coming, but the windshield wiper save by Blaze shuts the door. He's able to breathe, and you see his best play with 20 saves. When they're turning the ball over and there's no flow offensively, you ask him to do something no human can do. You can't carry a team when you're Blaze Riorden, when your offense really isn't helping you and you're not into a flow. Well, they found flow. Dane Smith was back, feeding the rock. Josh Byrne scoring goals, but at the end of the day, the league MVP shut the door when the moment was biggest. Down the stretch, Ryan Drenner tried to cut it within 1, and Blaze said, no dice. Was way improved because of this guy right here, Dane Smith and Josh Byrne, and finding flow and getting their 3 lefties on the field, getting their 3 righties. And to get this win before the playoff, or I'm sorry, the All-Star break, this changes like their mindset, right? Like you go into the All-Star break believing, like you get the win, okay, this is what we're gonna look like moving forward.
Bad news for the rest of the PLL. The Chaos are alive. Chantel is on the field with the star of the game, Blaze Riorden.
Blaze, 20 saves. You guys knew you needed this win. What did it take to pull it off?
It took 19 guys and our coaching staff and just a bunch of belief. We've been battle tested. We've been on the wrong end of the stick, to start the season. But Jerry goes down, guys step up, everyone makes a play, and we come out with a win like we talked about. It needed to be done.
Josh Byrne, Dane Smith, both of those guys were dazzling today. What did you see out of them?
Saw what I've seen the last couple of years. They're ball players. This team's a bunch of ball players, and we turned the wheel the right way today, and we got to keep building on it and keep stacking good practices and good games together.
How about that pregame speech from Coach Towers? We know he's always animated, but that one had a little more juice.
He's the man. He brings the juice every week. We love him. He's our leader, and let's go Us.
All right. Enjoy the All-Star break.